how to focus on you while dealing with toxic family. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, how to focus on you while dealing with toxic family. Now, family, this may be triggering or even hurtful when I say this, but I need y'all to hear me and hear me good. Remove yourself. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say remove yourself. Now, when it comes to this process, this can be very difficult because you've known them your entire life. You've known them to be good to you. They came to your graduation, your wedding, your baby shower, your important events. But somewhere there was a switch, like the snap of a finger. What was that, Reno? That was the fact that they seen that you were trying to better yourself. I want to go back and get my GED. I want to go back and get my degrees. I want to go back and get my education. I want a better man, a better woman. I want to leave my hometown. I want to elevate my mind. And once they seen that you was trying to level up from the level that they were on, it became a problem, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm a big problem. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm a big problem. I need y'all to really understand and embrace that. And so the quicker you understand and embrace that, the quicker you're going to be able to remove yourself from this toxic situation. I know what you're thinking. I am living with these individuals, Reno. How is this going to be easy for me? Well, I need y'all to take every single step that I say and actually implement them into your life. Okay? That's what's going to put you in position to focus on yourself and not worry about toxic family members while you are living with them, in contact with them, around them. Because I get it. Some people don't have no choice. I'm about to tell you how to do it, right? But you're going to have to first want to do it. You're going to have to first want to put that work in. You're going to have to first want to take action. A lot of people just be talking. I can't stand my family. I can't stand. And then here we are, they back at the family reunion laughing with the same people who just kicked them out, laughing with the same people who just dogged them out, laughing with the same people who just manipulated them, and they keep going through the same cycle, right? Now, naturally, we protect our lineage. We protect the family we came from. Can't nobody say anything about our family, right? Especially the important women of the family, and depending on the family, they value the men as well, but can't nobody play about our mama, right? Ain't nobody about to play about our mama. It just ain't finna happen. However, family, we have to understand that everything mama taught us is not right. Everything grandmama taught us ain't right. Everything auntie said ain't right. And see, what happens is they pass down this traditionalism of wrong teaching. They pass down this dysfunction. They pass down this toxicity. And so what they're doing is leading unguided children who's going to become lost adults. Right? So understand what I'm saying, y'all. While you're focusing on yourself, you're going to be dealing with toxic people who's going to continue to keep dragging you back. Y'all remember the Tyree song? Every time I leave, you keep pulling me back. I'm all up. Keep it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Every time I leave, you keep dragging me back. The song with Chingy on there. But that's what it is. Every time you try to do something good for yourself, what people gonna do? Keep trying to pull you back into that toxicity, right? Back into that drama, back into that mess, back into that negativity, back into that BS. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So understand something, y'all. While you are focusing on yourself, trying to get your degrees, upgrade your life, get your credit right, your money right, raise your kids right, you have to understand that they're watching this. And to them, it's a joke. but you're gonna have to learn how to focus on you. Tunnel vision. Drop that down below in the comments, family. Tunnel vision, all right? But without going into a whole babble, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And now some of y'all funny now. They say I look like I'm about to rob a bank with my hood on looking like Baby Joker. Hey, y'all something serious now, but we ain't gonna speak about that. I had to just acknowledge that. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this, family. Number one, the first thing I need you to do is to acknowledge the damage. All right? I need you to acknowledge the damage. Oftentimes, people go out here passing off trauma to innocent people. Okay, they go out here spreading spiritual diseases to people who were perfectly fine. Why? Because of what they've been through, dealing with their toxic family, thinking everybody is messed up in their head, thinking that everybody is thrown off. And that's not the case, y'all. There's actually some good people out here. Now, in my opinion, there's more bad people out here, but it's people who good too, y'all. I'm just being honest. Now, sticking to the point, y'all, when you think about a boxing match and you think about a boxer, you know, he get punched up, he get banged up, and depending on how much he get punched and banged up, then he's gonna have his cornerman, once he get back to the corner, to acknowledge the damage. Where you leaking from? Okay, cool. Let's put a Band-Aid over it. You know, where you cut it? Okay, cool. Let's put some Vaseline over it. And see, what I want y'all to understand is to get that therapy wherever you need it. Get that counseling wherever you need it. Book that life coach wherever you need it. Okay? Of course, someone who's qualified, but y'all get the point. You got to do your own due diligence on that. But the point is, y'all, is to acknowledge the damage. A lot of people is walking around here thinking that their family is A-okay, and they're not. A lot of people are walking around here thinking that, oh, ain't nothing wrong with my mama, ain't nothing wrong with my auntie, ain't nothing wrong with my cousins, my sisters, ain't nothing wrong with my daddy and my uncle. And in actuality, it is. And it's not normal. So you want to acknowledge the damage. Now, whether they have damaged you mentally, emotionally, even spiritually, okay, or financially, or even physically, you're going to have to determine that. And that's why it's always good to speak with professionals and people who know what they're talking about on this subject, right? So they can ask you the right questions. How do you feel? What's wrong? How do you handle the situation? Do you feel triggered? What are your buttons? What pull your strings? All these great questions that you must ask yourself or get professionals to ask you. Now, I get it. Everybody don't have a lot of money, but some of this stuff, y'all, can be done effectively and at a cheap price, or I would say an affordable price, if you do your due diligence and see what's going on. Okay, but the point is, y'all, acknowledge the damage, or you're gonna start a lineage of people who have the same trauma that you have. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And that's not what you want. And when you're talking about focusing on yourself, you're going to have to understand how to deal with these people. But the first thing you do is acknowledge the damage. Acknowledge the fact that they're not perfect. Acknowledge the fact that they're hurting you. Acknowledge the fact that they are pulling from you. Acknowledge the fact that they are draining you. By that way, you know how to protect yourself. By that way, you understand how to guard yourself. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Next thing, number 2, you must accept them for who they are. Okay? I'm going to say it once again, y'all. Louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you must accept them for who they are. A lot of people gonna get this misconstrued. When I say accept them for who they are, I'm saying see them for who they are and not for what you want them to be. This is where a lot of people go wrong when you're talking about family members. But that's my 18-year-old cousin. I know he grown, but he's still my little baby cousin. Baby cousin, a thief. He just stole Jerome's car the other week. Oh, I love my son, but he just beat on TT. Who, bum? I got the best mama in the whole wide world, but she's so money hungry. And see, what people fail to realize is, as long as you continue to keep letting them slide, then this is a form of enabling. This is a form of enabling. Once you accept them for who they are, you're no longer enabling, because now you got your own limit. You got your own cap. I can give you this. I can give you up to this much right here. That's it. It may be low, it may be high, but you know how much you can give, and you know what you can do, and you know what you can't do and what you can't give. Versus, come on, man, just pay me back, man. I'm believing in you, but you said that 100 times. Accept them for who they are, and that's going to allow you to focus on yourself. Okay? Now, again, I know it's people who probably live with their family. They probably have no choice but to be around their family. Maybe you have one of those families to where the pastor is grandma, the pastor, your mama, the members of the church is cousins. Like, it's just a family whole affair, right? We live good all through the week, and then we sin all through the week, and then we get holified, sanctified on Sunday, and we repeat the process. Toxic. If this is you, drop in the comments and let me know, right? You'll be surprised of how many people going through the same situation. But the point is, y'all, is that once you accept them for who they are, now you can move on to the third step, which is block out the noise. You're going to have to block out the noise if you are living with them. You're going to have to block out the noise if you are around them, or if you have no choice but to be around them, right? Because what happens is, when you're placed in a position to where you are kind of dependent on them, and I know a lot of women are dependent on their family. It even says in the scriptures, y'all, that, she never left her family until she finds a man and cling to him. Right? She never leaves her family unless she finds a man and she's able to cling to him. Outside of that, a woman is pretty much, connected to her family. Period. No matter how much she hate them, no matter how much she like them, no matter how much she love them or don't love them, she's connected and stuck with her family until she clings to a man. Or if she's going to take the independent route and say, you know what, I'm cool, I don't need my family, I'm going to move 50 miles, 100 miles, 1,000 miles away, fine. But outside of that, most women are not trying to take that route, right? Unless you're talking about modern women, and now we have a whole nother conversation. But the point is, y'all, is that you're going to have to block out the noise. My fellas, you're going to have to block out the noise. Y'all ever seen that movie, Think Like a Man, y'all? Into what's his name? Terrence J. He was dating Regina Hall or Regina King. One of them, y'all. I get them mixed up. I want to say Regina Hall. But anyway, Regina is very funny, y'all. I'm talking about that one. She played on Best Man, and she played the character Candy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, the point of what I'm saying, y'all, is that his mom was, overly controlling. She was trying to run his relationship, trying to run him, and just in the entirety of everything, she just thought that he was her husband. And this is big, especially in the black community, thinking that your son is your husband, right? That's a whole nother conversation. However, y'all, that is a form of toxicity. Make sense of what I'm saying? And so he did not block the noise initially. And what did that do? It ran away his girl. It ran her away. Especially if you're talking about starting a family with people, starting a marriage with someone, especially that, because guess what? Your marriage come before your kids. It come before your grandma, it come before your great granddaddy, it come before your mama. It does. It come before anybody and anything besides God. And you're not able to focus on yourself when you're focusing on family. You got to block out the noise, which means block out what they said. And I know when you're talking about close people, their words stick to you like glue, right? Their words just stick to you like glue. I get it. But family, you have to understand that if you don't block out the noise, you will become the noise. You will become the noise. And that's not what you want to do. So unless you want them to mess up your marriage, mess up your school education, mess up your new job, mess up who you are as an individual, you won't be no good to nobody else. It's time to focus on you. Block out the noise. They come in the living room, you walk out. They come in the dining room, you go outside. They call your phone, you don't answer. They keep trying to include you into it, you deflect from it. But you're going to have to block out the noise, or you're going to become the noise. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, don't become the noise. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, don't become the noise. All right? Next thing I need you to do is number 4, disassociation. Yep. Disassociation, which means now you're getting to a place to where you're really separating yourself. You are creating new habits. You are starting new ways. And you're starting to disassociate yourself. And this is the most difficult process for a lot of people because they're so used to being around their family members. No matter how toxic they are, how bad they are, how manipulative they are, they're just not used to not being around them, receiving their validation, receiving their love, their congratulations. They're not used to it. And so no matter how terrible they are, if they don't get that, they feel lost. They feel as if they don't have nothing. It's time to focus on yourself. You're going to have to literally step away from the pack. You're going to have to leave the pack. Somebody drop in the comments and say, leave the pack. See, one thing about a pack of wolves, y'all, they roam together. They eat together. They kill together. They do everything together. And that is good to a certain extent because I speak about unity. But like the scripture says, y'all, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to be alone. And this is the time. I'm not saying to be alone forever, right? Because even in the scriptures, y'all, it says that you should not lean on your own understanding. At some point, you're going to need more wisdom, more counsel. I get that. But you got to get around healthy people. It starts with disassociation. You take a woman who's married to a healthy man, right? A healthy man, mentally, financially, emotionally, in all aspects, y'all, physically. She can't hang with her single family members. She's going to have to start the process of disassociation, or else they're going to divide and conquer, and then the roles are going to be reversed. She'll be disassociating with her husband. It happens all the time. If a man got some doggish male figures in his life, and if he's married to a healthy woman, feminine woman, submissive woman, a good woman overall, he's not going to be able to hang with those male figures in his life. Disassociation. I see you, I hear you, but I can't be near you. I'm over here. You're going to mess up what I got going on. This is how you're able to focus on yourself, by disassociation. Some people think that, oh, it's so hard to stop smoking crack. No, it ain't. Disassociate yourself. Stop going to the crack house. Stop buying it. Stop buying his friends. Oh, it's just a little weed. That's it. Well, how long is it going to take for you to want to revert to that stronger? You follow what I'm saying? Disassociation. All right. Being alone is powerful. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Being alone is powerful. Next thing, y'all. Number 5. It's going to be this right here, family. Fly. All right? Fly. I know it's easier said than done, but fly. When you think about a plane and it get on that runway, it has to taxi. Okay, and before it taxi, y'all, they got to make sure they check the engines. It get checked like 4 or 5 times. Okay. Then they got to make sure that the wheels is good. They got to make sure that everything is copacetic with that plane. All right. And then they're in communication with aviation, right? The sky control, whatever you call it, y'all. They like the sky police. They check to see when planes are coming. I want to say it's aviation. The point is, y'all, is that when that plane take off, it's flying. Somebody can't just say, hey, I want to get off, Mr. Pilot. We're in the air, baby. Even if I wanted to land, I got to go through procedure. I don't think y'all heard me. Even if I wanted to, I got to go through procedure. That may be in the next city. We up in the sky for at least 15 minutes. Deal with it. See, that's what I want a lot of people to do. Fly. Experience life without family. Experience life without those toxic beings. Put yourself in position to where you can't go back. I'm saying it, y'all. Place yourself in position to where you can't go back, to where all you have is to depend on yourself. Now, if you a woman, you want to get married, I understand that. Okay, I want to make sure I make that clear. I'm not trying to turn women into men here. Okay, but mainly to my fellas, and also to women who have no choice, right? Also to women who have no choice. You're going to want to fly. Take yourself out of that position of being around those toxic beings. Because believe it or not, y'all, you're codependent on them and they are codependent on you. You're codependent on what they can do for you and they are codependent on your naivete. Knowing that they can get over on you. Knowing that they can take advantage of you. Fly. Go in the air. Leave their hometown. Move out. Stop asking them for money. Stop accepting their validation. Stop accepting their money. Fly. So you don't have to go back, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm not going back. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm not going back. But y'all, that's going to be tonight's video. Understand something, y'all. This is how you're able to focus on yourself while dealing with toxic family members. Okay? Y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all book a one-on-one session, family. All right? Get one of those Yes Sir t-shirts, hoodie. Get one of those books. Enroll into the social influence course. Hit the link, y'all, in my description. And more importantly, y'all book that one-on-one session. It is a limited time offer. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.